Hi guys, my name is Erika Gonzalez. I'm currently your platinum consultant and team leader of Team Unstoppables. Today I am going to go ahead and go over Disney, go ahead and give you how to do mock booking, give you a little bit of information about Disney, go ahead and doing the actual booking process, give you a quick look on the quick quotes, so how I send mine out, as well as a mock booking flyer. So for those that are lost in the Disney process, I know it's a lot to take in at the beginning, but once you see how easy it is, believe me, it is going to be really, really easy for you to start going ahead and understanding everything I go ahead and do for you. Okay, guys. So hopefully everybody is already registered with Disney, right? If not, it takes about 5 minutes. So make sure to go into the DisneyTravelAgents.com and sign up. All right. So in my case, since I'm already I created my account, I'm going to go ahead and sign in. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and start from the beginning. Now, the home page for Disney kind of might look a little bit very complicated and you're like lost, but it's very, very easy to navigate once, again, you get used to it. For example, we do have the Disney destinations here. So yes, we can book everything. We can book the good neighbors that are like outside a little bit of the Disney, the actual Disney resorts. We can go ahead and do Disneyland, Disney World. We can do cruises. We can do Aulani, which is the Disney in Hawaii. And we can as well do tickets alone. Okay, now the only thing on tickets alone, guys, is that you have to make sure that they're 3 days or more. If it's 1 day or 2 days, I do not recommend going through this method because you will not get commission out of it. Okay, so very, very important that you understand that if you're wanting to book more than 3-day tickets, not 3 tickets for like 3 people, 3-day tickets, right? You can go ahead and do it through Disney and get commission. If they're doing only 1 day or 2, I would recommend to use another source to go ahead and go through that and get commission off of that. All right. So in this case, we're going to go ahead and go to Disney World, which is the one in Florida. Okay. I also want to let you guys know it is very important to let your clients know the difference between Disneyland and Disney World, because a lot of them don't know it. They don't know that there's 2 different areas. They don't know that one's in California, one's in Florida. They don't know that Disney World can take maybe like a week. You can extend it to 2, right? And Disneyland might take 2-3 days, right? So make sure you give them that information, because a lot of, and I caught this on later on because I thought, okay, everybody knows where Disneyland and Disney World are, right? In reality, once it came down to it, my clients didn't know. They were like, I want to go to Disneyland. Okay, and you go ahead and book Disneyland, and then you tell them it's in California, and then they end up saying, oh no, I want to go to the one in Florida. So guess what? Then you went ahead and took some time right there, right, on doing the one in California, and when you could have in reality done the one in Florida. So all of that, make sure that both of you guys are on the same page about that, as well as Universal. Very important, guys. A lot of people think that Disney and Universal are in one location. No, they're not. Well, they are in one location, like 10 minutes apart, but it's not the same thing. All right. Nor is the castle from Harry Potter. That has nothing to do with Disney as well. So if they're a Harry Potter fan and they want to go to Disney because they want to see the castle or they want to interact, that's Universal. Okay, so just let them know that as well, because again, you don't want to go through the whole process, booking, doing everything, and once it comes down to the nitty gritty, you end up finding out it has nothing to do with what you just went ahead and gave that information with. Okay, all right. So Walt Disney World, we're going to go ahead and do checkouts. These are the dates. It's very important to ask your clients what dates they want to go ahead and go about. Okay, if they're not sure, just have them give you an estimate date. Okay, now your clients, I really recommend for them to do more than 3 days. Okay, especially in Disney World, because it is 4 parks. You have Disneyland, you have Magic Kingdom, you have Epcot, you have Animal Kingdom, and you have Hollywood Studios. That's 4 parks alone, plus 2 water parks that it has. Okay, so it is a long process. Each one does require at least a day. For those that, for example, like I'm a Magic Kingdom person, so that took us about 2 days, if anything. So it does take a process, especially if it's their first time going. All right. So if it's their first time going, let them know, hey, I recommend, if they want to go like, oh, I just want to go for like a day or 2, recommend doing 3 to 5 days at least, okay? Reason being is because if they're flying into it, say, you know, they're gonna go, they arrive like at 2, 3 in the afternoon, they're gonna go ahead and waste the whole ticket on just probably half a day. Does that make sense? Same thing as when they leave. Let's say a flight is at 2 o'clock, right? That it has nothing to do with like they have a ticket that day. They're only going to be in the park maybe what 2 hours of anything. So that's they're wasting a whole day as well. So that's the reason why. All right. So also dates, guys, very important. You're going to get asked, when's the best time to go to Disney? Well, guess what? The best time to go is when kids are in school. Yes, you know, and of course parents don't want to hear that because they don't want to take their kids out of school, but that's when everything is at its lowest cost. All right, so I would recommend, and I always tell them that you're not going to like it, but it's when kids have school. Reason being is because they have no people there. So what do they want to go ahead and do? They're trying to get people in, and that's when they have specials going on, and that's when it's the cheapest. Now when it comes down to holidays, spring break, summer, oh my god, that is the busiest, especially don't get me started on the Christmas and Thanksgiving. Those are like the highest price times to go ahead and go as well. So let them know right off the bat. So maybe right there they can like navigate and be like, okay, well maybe we can do another date, you know, compared to going in December. But let them know that. Okay, so for now, let's just go ahead and do next year. And again, this is just a mock booking. So you want to go ahead and kind of explore here. All right. Now, usually what I do is when I do a mock booking, I do it maybe like in August or September. August, because usually a lot of the kids are getting ready to go back to school. So parents don't have time, right? They're getting their book stuff, depending on what area you're in. Like I think in the central, like in Texas, towards the end of the month, that's when things start getting going, right? So mid-August, towards the end of August, or at least September, that's when I start looking into mock bookings to go ahead and do that. Again, for a mock booking, you're trying to get the lowest cost. All right. So any day you can go ahead and play around with works. Okay. So for now, I'm going to do August 28th through September 1st. Children, guys, so you can avoid asking an extra question. Just ask, how old are they, the children? Don't ask how many children and how old they are. Why? Because if they tell you, oh, I have a 5-year-old and a 2-year-old, well, you already know that's 2 kids, right? So that's a less question you have to go ahead and input in there. So just ask how many adults and ages of children. And that's the only thing you need to go ahead and do. So Disney does not charge anybody from 2 years and under. Okay, so that's the cool part. So in my mock bookings, I tend to put like a 2-year-old because technically it's a child, like an extra person, but you're not really paying for it. But again, it's a mock booking, so we want to get those people in, right? And then anybody from 3, I believe, to 9 is another price point, and then from 10 to 17, it's another price point. And that's why Disney wants to know the ages of the children so they can properly give you the price. Now, it's not a very big difference, but it is a difference when it comes down to like the tickets and stuff like that. All right. So these are the only 3 things, guys, that are needed to go ahead and book. You don't have to do hotels. You don't have to do assess, nothing. Just from here, just go ahead and go to find prices. Okay. Now, I want to go ahead and show you meanwhile that it uploads. My link tree, for those that don't have a link tree, I would recommend for you to get one because it is very good and very important. I have this on my YouTube channel. So for those that want to go ahead and learn how to do it, it's like a 5-minute step. But if you kind of go into my link tree, I do have a separate quote that I do just specifically for Disney because I already know what particular questions I need to go ahead and ask. Now, again, I do need to take away how many children you see, but because of the ages of the children is already on there. Okay, so I'll go ahead and go through these 2 as I'm going through. All right. So once you click there, you're going to go ahead and get this part. You always want to go ahead and start off, right, with the cheapest hotel. Okay. Now, when it comes down to it, guys, do not say, well, here's the cheapest hotel I got for you in Disney. No, you don't want to use cheap, right? Because what do you guys think of when I say cheap? Box. What do you, when I say, oh, here's a cheap hotel, what comes to your mind? Anyone? Super 8. Okay. Super 8. Not nice. Okay. 2-star hotel. Shabby, crappy. Okay. Broke. Okay. Yeah. That it will be bad. Okay. So yes. So you want 6 a night. Yes, I know, right? I wish. So you don't want, you want to be careful on your wording when you come down to this. Okay. So yes, it is cheap. Technically, that's what we can go ahead and use. But for them, budget, yes. Budget friendly, you can go ahead and use. Okay. Budget friendly. It doesn't sound too bad as, oh, here's a cheap hotel for you to use. Okay. Now, in reality, remember, this is Disney. Okay. So Disney's not going to give you a cheap cockroach mold place. Okay. The only difference is it's kind of a little bit more smaller. It's not very spacious. You're not going to have like a refrigerator, a microwave. You're not going to have all that big stuff. And in reality, you guys don't really need it. Okay. Think Motel 6. Yes. Guys, if this is their first time going, and I always do this, I recommend them the cheaper side of the hotel, and I explain why, right? A resort, I'm sorry. Reason being is, okay, we're gonna do low to high. Reason being, you want to go ahead and do an all-star for their first time is because, for 2 reasons, right? First of all, they're not going to stay in their hotel all day, believe me, because if you're paying about $100 and something to $200 a ticket, you're not going to stay in your hotel. All right. You better be those people that they're like, their rope drop as soon as they drop rope drop and as soon as they close. Those are the people that they're going to be, because you're paying a lot of money, right? So I mean, I will. So in reality, and you need to let you need to let your client know this, right? You need to be like, okay, is it your first time? Yes. Okay, look, I recommend you these budget friendly hotels because I'd rather you waste your money, or not waste, but you know, I'd rather you use that money for maybe a souvenir or for food, because remember, Disney does not provide food into Disney anymore as of right now. It's not connected. The reservations, right? There's no package to it, so they have to purchase that separately. So that's what you want to let them know, and they'll be like, oh, okay. But in reality, guys, these are the cheap ones, the all-stars. All right, now usually they're around the same price, all 3 of them. It's very rare when one is more expensive than another, but to tell you guys the truth, you still have that Disney magic in there. You see this? I mean, I stayed in there last year with my kids. My son is like a Toy Story fanatic. And the all-star movies, I loved it because each section had like different theme going on outside, not inside the hotel. Okay, inside the hotel, yeah, there was like a little bit like of stuff of going at Disney, but that was it. But in outside, like there was a section where we were at Toy Story, and you have like the big door where it says Andy, so you feel like a little toy. You go in there and you see like Woody, he's huge. You see Buzz Lightyear, you see all these characters around, and you're not even at the park, right? So you do not lose the experience or the magic. All right, it's just the hotel. That's just the difference. Okay, same thing. I haven't done these 2, but I'm going ahead and go, you know, music. I'm guessing there's music stuff around, and sports. If they're a sports fanatic, there you go. All right, so for now, we're just gonna do the all-star movies just because I like it. All right, and again, this is just mock booking, if just in case you don't have a client, right? But this is the same process you would do when you go ahead and talk to your client about it. Now you scroll down, and usually when there's specials going on, you'll see them right here. Any specials going on during that time frame, right? During that stay that they're staying in, you'll see there. If there's something going on, let's just say in January, right? There's a special going on. It will not be on here because I'm looking into August. Does that make sense? So don't be like breaking your head and be like, oh my God, there's like a 25% off. No, it has to be what time frame they give you. And they'll tell you normally from, if you book or if it's from September to whatever, it'll tell you right here. Otherwise than that, it's going to be a standard room. All right. Standard room, it's perfectly fine, guys. You do not have to go with the preferred room. You don't have to go with the pool view. Doesn't matter. Again, they're not going to stay there. Okay. They're not going to open the door and be like, oh my God, look at the beautiful pool. No, they're going to be like knocked out. All right. So we're going to go ahead and do standard room. And you always want to recommend these little tips and stuff to them because they don't acknowledge that yet. Okay. All right. So right here, this is kind of almost your last page, but this is called your cart. Here they're briefly going over some stuff, right? So it's an overview telling you I'm going from August 28th through September 1st to adults to children, the ages of the children, and the resort, okay? But this is not it, guys. Don't be like, oh my God, it's 526 days, let's just go. No, it's not, because you need to add your park tickets onto there, okay? Do not forget to add the park tickets, because if you quote them this, you're just quoting just the hotel itself, all right? So please make sure that you go ahead and do the ticket options. Click ticket options. As soon as you click ticket options, you it's automatically going to be done. It's going to give you the amount of days you're staying there until the amount of tickets, okay? But this can be changed. Do not freak out. Don't be like, oh my God, it's 5 days. No, if they're telling you they want to do 3 days, that's perfectly fine, okay? Now, I don't recommend a 5-day if they're going to be there 5 days, because remember, if they're coming in like at 2 or 3 in the afternoon, they're wasting the ticket. Or if they're leaving at 2 or 3 in the afternoon, I rather than be there maybe 3 days, actually being at the park, you know, and then resting the first and last day. Does that make sense? Because then they're gonna not really be happy about, oh, we just went half a day. Or just let them know, hey, if we can do 4 days or 5 days, but remember, you're gonna arrive at 3 o'clock. By the time you unpack, by the time you do this, you're gonna be at the parks at 6. They close at 12, 11, whatever park they want to go ahead and go to. So let them know that, okay? Yes, they can go to Downtown Disney. Downtown Disney is free, so they don't have to use a park for that. All right. So if they want to still experience a little bit of Disney without using one of the tickets, they can go to downtown, explore some stuff onto there. And again, it is free. Okay. So that would be my personal recommendation again. Now, if they still want to do 5 days, hey, I at least let them know, right? If something does happen or if they get upset, they can't come to you and be like, oh my God, why did you buy? No, I told you. Like, you know what I mean? So 3 tickets for now. Let's just do that. If you scroll down, it's going to say option 2. Now this, you don't need to do anything unless they want to do park hopper, the water park, or add all of these together. Again, if it's their first time, I do not recommend them do a park hopper, because again, a park, just staying there takes about full day, and that's even if they go ahead and rope drop to it, right? If they don't and they go like at 9 or 10, they're not going to get out by 2 o'clock so they can go to the other park. No, unless they've been there and they already know what they want to go ahead and do, and they want to go to this attraction because they want to go over there, then that's more of an experienced person. And yes, I would recommend that. That's perfectly fine. But if they're not experienced and it's their first time, let them know that it's not recommended, because you're gonna be there all day at the park compared to at 2 o'clock. That's when at 2 o'clock you can park up, and they're not even going to be finished. So they're wasting money. Again, that it does not need to be wasted. Okay. Now, if they still be like, no, I want to do it. Okay, that's perfectly fine. You at least gave them that information. Does that make sense, guys? You always want to just let them know. At the end of the day, it's up to them if they want to use it or not, but they cannot come to you and be like, why didn't you tell me about this? Why? You know, you want to have them know that you are knowledgeable and have them be like, oh, you know what? You were right. I'm sorry. You know, next time I'll listen to you, or next time I'll do this. You know what I mean? All right. If we scroll down, you're going to get Genie Plus. For those that don't know what Genie Plus, it's kind of like the Fast Lane. They took that off. They renamed it. They did Genie Plus. They did a beta in January. Was not so great. So now they have to do it, and it has to be added the day they go ahead and use the park. So for example, if tomorrow they're going to go ahead and use the park and it's their first day, tomorrow at 7 o'clock in the morning, maybe even before, they better be on the phone, right? They better be on the phone trying to get the Genie Plus, because everybody and their families are on there also trying to get that. And Genie Plus is only limited as well. Okay. So they have to make sure if they're going on a crowded day, recommend Genie Plus. If they're not going on a crowded day, you know, don't recommend it. But they're also able to go ahead and go into the park and kind of see it. And if they think they need it, they can purchase it at that time as well. All right. So at that time, we're going to go ahead and put next. So the only thing I really did was change the 5 days to the 3 days. All right. Close. Now in my inquiry, I want to go ahead and go over here really quick so I can show you guys my inquiry. if I kind of go down here and on the hotels, I do have them asking, like, for example, the value, which is the budget friendly, guys. And I put basic and family friendly accommodation for a budget price. All right. I'm not saying the cheap hotel, right? It's value and it's a basic family. So remember, you need to be careful how you word stuff. We do have moderate, which is a mid-level. You have a deluxe, which is more luxury, and then you have the deluxe villa, which are the highest and more expensive. Okay, so I do have this in mind so I can see where they're looking price range as well. I still give them the value one, regardless of, let's just say they want to do the villa for whatever reason, right? The villa is like the ones that are like right there. As soon as you open the window, you see like the castle and stuff. Those are the good ones, right? Excuse me, but not everybody has those funds to go ahead and do that. But I do go ahead and still let them know, hey, it's more expensive, blah, blah, blah. If they still want to do it, I still give them those two different quotes. Does that make sense? And I'll show you how I do quote side by side as well. All right. And I have like questions like if they're families, how many rooms, how many stay, and of course their budget and any comments and stuff like that. All right. So as of right now, we're going back to our price or our cart. So again, we have whatever we need, the dates, how many people, we have the resorts, we have 3-day tickets right here, and it's telling you. You can add the memory maker, it's about $200 if they want to go ahead and add that on. Ground transportation. Ground transportation is no longer free, guys. Last year, December, they went ahead and removed the Magic Express. So they either have to get an Uber, they have to get a Lyft, taxi, whatever, and they have to pay for it. All right, unless they go ahead and rent a car, you can go ahead and go through here, but otherwise than that, they have to pay out of pocket. So sadly, that is a new thing from now on for those that didn't know, right? So you also have the travel protection. You can let them know if you want to add the travel protection onto there. I'll go ahead and go over that a little bit, Lauren, what I recommend. Okay. Now, if they add the protection, you can add it there. Okay. So here, all the way at the bottom, you're going to see the total. You're going to see the commission you're going to do. And this is very important. You have here until when they have the last time so they can make the payment, which is July 29th. Okay. So Disney does not care how they get paid. Okay. They can get paid $1 a day until they get paid, paid their full amount, but they just want their money. They want the full 1,669 with 39 cents. They want that paid by July 29th. They don't care how they get it, but they want it. Okay. So here is where we're able to, as a travel agent, make payment plans for them. All right. So payment plans are available. They're going to do $200 down. And this is for Disney World, right? And that's how you can hook people on. Did you know it's only $200 to book your magical, vacation, stuff like that. All right. And that's usually what I do. I hook them with the 200 because a lot of people think like right off the bat, that's like 10K to book a family of 3, when in reality it's not. All right. So, but my thing is what I do is instead of giving the client, telling them, oh, you have until July 29th of next year to make the payment, so you're good. No. You want to give yourself that extra week. So I'm not going to tell them July 29th. I'm going to give myself that extra week, which I don't know. That's top of my head, which I'm guessing. But I'm going to give myself a week before that and tell them that's when it's due. Okay. And if they're going to make the payment plans with me, that's where I'm going to go ahead and make the payments, depending if they're going to do it monthly, weekly, bi-weekly, however it is, to go ahead and go all the way to that week before. All right. Why? Because for whatever reason, usually the last payment, they say something of, oh my God, something came up. I needed that for my rent, my insurance, my dog died, whatever it is, they don't have the funds. Okay. For those that have been on Disney, when they call, and I can testify to that, this is not a 30-minute phone call. This is not a 10-minute wait. No, this is like hours that you will be on wait, guys, just to go ahead and see if they can extend this frame from July 29th. I don't think you want to be that person being on the phone for like 3-4 hours being like, I'm just waiting to see if they answer. Right? Because I don't. So what I tell the client, because the client doesn't know, it's actually like the week after. I just tell them, and I lie to them a little bit. I tell them, well, in reality, let me see what I can do for you. Okay. Let me see if I can extend it a few more days. Do you think by Monday you can make the payment? And they'll probably say like, yes. And then you'll be like, okay, I'll call you back as soon as I have some information. You hang up and you just chill for a little bit, right? You're going to chill. Don't forget to call them back, guys. Please don't forget. Let them wait. Let them wait like an hour or so, right? And then just call them back and be like, guess what? They extended it to Monday. So Monday at 5 o'clock, do you think you can make the payment of the $100? Yes. Okay. And guess what? They're going to be so happy with you because you extended it the time frame, and you're not going to be on the phone on there trying for 4 hours to see if you can extend it. So that's kind of a little hint. Hopefully that helps you. And if you don't want to use it, that's fine. But that's how I found that it's really, really helpful. Okay. So give yourself that extra safety net. Okay. Just in case, because you don't want something to pop up at the last minute and they don't have that last payment. Okay. Because you don't want to get it canceled. All right. No, there is no auto payment. You have to do this always manually. Okay. And then if you're doing the payment plan, and always call the client before you make the payment, because if they tell you yes at Friday, what if they don't have funds? Okay. You don't want them to get mad at you and be like, why did you take some money? That was going to go to my, no. So you want to make sure you set up a time frame. Everything has to be right at the point. So you can be like, yes, Mr. Gonzalez, every Friday you want to make the payment of $100. Awesome. Okay. So is it okay that I call you at 4 o'clock every Friday just to make sure? Yes. Okay. And every Friday you're going to call them to make sure that it's okay for you to go ahead and withdraw that $100. Okay. Does that make sense? Because you don't want them not to know, because we rely on, oh yeah, I have some money in the bank, and then boom, you're like, where did that $100 go? Right? So make sure you have that also, and let them know that you will be following up with them. Okay. All right. That's for that part. No, we don't charge a processing fee. No, it's free. Disney pays us. Okay. On the side, on the left side, right here where it says compare vacation offers, that's where you want to go ahead and you can either compare hotels, you can either compare dates that they want to go to. For example, let's just say they're looking into they're not sure, right? They want to go August, or they want to go ahead and go in December. So you'll go ahead and go on here, right there. You're going to create a vacation offer. It's automatically going to give you the information already, but I want to change dates. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and let's just do December 21st till December 25th. Okay, and then find resorts. Again, we're going to leave the resorts alone because we want to go ahead and see what is available for us. Okay, so again, once we're here, we're going to go ahead and go to low to high. And it gives you the funds right there. You see? So we can they're all the same. So let's go ahead and compare this one. If you click on it, it's like if you're doing it all over again, but not doing it all over again, if that makes sense. You'll see why. And there's nothing special going on. Okay, we're going to do this one. Yes, I am sure. And then you're going to have a back-to-back. You can do this up to 3 times. Right here, it's 3 that you can go ahead and do. So let's just say they're looking into August, November, and January. Let's just say that, right? So you're able to go ahead and compare all that stuff. So right here, automatically, I can see that it is 1,669 compared to 2,320. All right, and you can let them know that too. Or if you're doing, let's just say a group, right? And there's 2 families, you can do it like this, back to back, and you'll have the pricing for both of them if you're doing a quote. And like that, you don't have to get out, do it all over again. And so like that, you can let them know, hey, okay, so for your family of 3, it's 1,669. And then for your sisters, it's going to be 2,320. So there's a lot of ways that you are able to use this section. Okay. So let's just say they want to go with this one. Okay. We're going to select the offer. And it's going to give us, again, we're going to go through the cart and go through there. Right here, and I forgot to tell you about this. As soon as you do, and you'll see this pop up a lot, this is that you have to reserve the tickets for your, you can do it for the client or the client themselves. They have to reserve the tickets for Disney. Just because they bought the tickets does not guarantee them that they will be let into the park. Very important, guys. It's very important, because I am in so many Facebook groups, Disney groups, where at least every hour there's someone complaining that they're not able to get in because they didn't reserve their ticket. Okay, now this is done by going into the mobile app, okay, that you'll have them download, or you can have them, or you can download it for them, but you need their email, right, which you should be able to have, and you can create one. You're going to need a password, create like Disney or whatever their last name is on there, and then you'll have access. Both of you can have access, or you can do it for them and then give them that access to them. Okay, but it's easier, so like that, you know, that they went ahead and reserved their ticket for the time frame. Okay, now if they're doing like a 3-day park ticket and they totally forget and they arrive that day and they want to go to Magic Kingdom that day, and it's maxed out because they only allow a certain amount of people, they're not going to let them in. Okay, and I know this because, again, there's a lot of groups I'm in, especially when it came to summer, spring break, all those holidays when there's a lot of people, they're not letting those people in. Even though they bought the ticket, you can try another park and see if they'll let you in, but more than likely they're probably booked as well. So it's very, very important, as soon as you have their reservation and they know the dates and they know what park they want to do a day, go ahead and do that for them, or have them acknowledge it, because I know there's some clients that don't want to give like their password or anything like that. Let them know. Okay, so this is just a reminder, and it's going to keep on popping up for you. All right, so once we go ahead and close, because we acknowledged it, we're going to go ahead, and this is where you're done with the mock booking part. Okay, this is where you're done with the mock booking part. Now, if you're actually booking the clients, then this is where the second part comes in. You're going to click checkout. Okay, I have a question. What if when you reserve the dates they want are already full, but you don't know that at the time? They shouldn't be full. They should not be full. Unless it's a last minute thing, then it's another story. But if you're booking in a year in advance, a few months in advance, they should not be full. Okay, all right. So checkout. Now this is the actual checkout for the actual booking. Okay, so this is the last step you're going to do. So we're going to go ahead, and it's just a brief information of everything. Here you need the information of all the children, even the 2-year-old on here. You need that information on there. If you scroll down, you have the availability of doing a deposit of $200. They can give the full payment if they want. If they have the full payment, awesome. They can give another amount. Let's just say they want to give more than 200. Then you can put 300, 500. It cannot be less than 200 though. It can't be like, well, can I get $50? No, it has to be equivalent or more to the $200. And it tells you right here. All right. Now, let's just say that, I have, Brittany called me and she's like, I'm not sure. I need to tell my husband and see. You can let them know, hey, Brittany, okay, what I can actually do is I can actually hold this price, everything that we went over, for 3 days. Well, how does that sound? Okay, usually you can hook them on to that as well, because you don't want to let this sell go, right? So you can let them know you have 3 days to go ahead and talk to your husband and decide. I can call you maybe in 2 days to see if you anything changes, to see if we can go ahead and book this. Right now, as we know, stuff does change. That's why by holding this for 3 days, guys, you are able to save the date. It's like if it's an actual reservation. Okay, it is an actual reservation, but you are not paying anything. All right, and especially if you want to get those the budget friendly resorts, those are the first ones to go, believe me. So you want to let them know this is the urgency of doing this. All right, so you're able to go ahead and hold this. Once you hold, and if you click on it, you don't need the credit card information. You see, it just goes ahead and says, I acknowledge, and then purchase. Now at this time, what it does is it will give you a reservation number, like if it's a real reservation. So let's just say in 2 days you follow up, they're like, yeah, let's go ahead and do it. Guess what? You have the reservation. All you have to do is you're going to go through this process again, and I'll show you right now how to get into this page, and you're just going to go ahead and take their payment, and that's it. Okay, pretty easy, right? And that's just to go ahead and hold it for 3 days. But if they're doing a deposit or paying the full payment or doing another payment, you actually have to go through this process down here. You want to go ahead and get the credit card information. By this time, you should have already sent them the credit card authorization form, and you should have this information, right? Now, the credit card does the form only does allow the last 4 digits of the card. So as soon as you get that information, make sure you go ahead and contact the client and let them know that you got the information. Now you need the whole credit card number so you can go ahead and input. Okay, so you want to make sure you get the credit card. You can put it in the form that you received. So like that, you can have that. So like that, if you're doing the payment plans and it's going to be the same card, you can just let them know it's going to be the same card that ends in 2255. Yes, okay, and you already have that number without them having to go ahead and take it out and read that over with you. All right, you're going to fill out the information, doing the billing address. Now, guys, they are able to, for those that don't know, they are able to use their Disney gift card. Those are the ones you purchase at Walmart, at Sam's, at Costco. I don't know where else because I don't have a lot of those stores around here locally, right? But those are the ones they can purchase. If they purchase those, they can save those up, right? And they can actually go into DisneyGiftCard.com and do, like, if they purchase several, they can actually combine them to be in one card. I think there's a max of how much you can do per card, but they can combine them. All right. And they can actually make a payment with those as well to us. It does not have to be a credit card. It can be with the Disney gift card. And this is when you go ahead, if that's what they're going to pay you with. Okay. It's down. If you keep going, it's right here. You click on it. And I think in the back of the card, the account number, that's what you go ahead and do on here. I have paid with my first time that I did my vacation, like a long time ago. I did pay with a gift card. So I know that. Okay. And it is, you are able to pay with that. And you are the same card. You can let your clients know if they purchase it, they can use it as souvenirs, as food. It's like a credit card as well. Just make sure they don't lose it, because if they lose it, they lose their money as well, because there's really no way to getting that back. All right. So we have that information. The contact information, do not change the email. You want it to go to your email. All right. Don't put their email, because just in case they lose it or it accidentally gets deleted on their part, guess who's going to be on the phone for 3 hours or 4 hours? Not them. Okay. So you want to send it to yourself, and from there you can forward it to them. Okay. Which would be like any changes, any updates, how much all that stuff is, you're able to go ahead and do that. And you can go ahead and go to purchase. All right. And here on the side, it's going to tell you the total. It's going to give you the deposit of today. It doesn't give you the rest, because let's just say they're going to give $500. They don't know that. Right. So all you have to do is do the 1,669 minus the 2,000. Whatever is left over, that's what you want to decide if you're going to do the payment plans, either weekly, bi-weekly, every month or so. However you're going to do it, that's how you want to go ahead and cut that up. Okay. And then you go ahead and go to purchase, and you're done. All right. Now, if we go to, let's just say it's Friday and it's that time of day to go ahead and make that payment. You're on the phone with them, right? So if you we're going to go ahead and, like, let's just say we signed in again. This is our home page. If you scroll down, you see my reservations right here. If you put the confirmation number on here, it's going to pull up their information. Once it pulls up their information, you can click retrieve reservation, and it's going to look like the previous page we just were on. It's going to look like this. Okay. And then of course you're going to see the difference of how much the amount changes, because there's already been payments onto that. Okay. So you'll be back to this page. Of course, this stuff will be filled out. The only thing is the credit card stays the same on here unless it's a different one. But that's usually what you're going to be doing. Okay. All right. Now, can you add flights, or flights are separate? It is no longer included with Disney. How far in advance would you recommend? How far in advance recommend for what? Not sure. This was from Lauren. Reservation to this, the whole thing, as soon as possible. Park entrance, as soon as they book, as soon as they give a payment, you want to reserve that. If they want to use a different card, I would recommend, Melissa, to use a different credit card authorization form. Yes, due to the fact that we want to make sure that it's the right person. You want to make sure that the whole process. So if it's a different card, you're going to have to let them know. I'm going to send you the credit card authorization form again. So go ahead and please fill it out due to the fact that it's a different card now. Do you make park reservations or do they do that through the app after booking? Either or, Heather. That's what I had previously said. You can do it. You have the app. I have the app. So when you can just create an account, if you have their email, you can create their own password. If you want to put like their last name, like let's just say it's Gonzalez, you can put Gonzalez 2023 as their password. Reserve it and then just give that information to your client and be like, Miss Gonzalez, I actually went ahead and reserved this for you. Here's how you get on there, so you can walk them through the process as well. And you can reserve restaurants. Sorry about that. You can reserve restaurants for them as well, just in case they are lost throughout the process. Okay. Sorry, I'm not clear because the park fills up. How far in advance would you tell your client they need to book this trip to ensure park? As soon as possible. There's really no date. As soon as possible. As soon as they know, as soon as they make the payment, they need to do it. Okay, because they don't want to be, the last ones in there like the day of, or there's really no date given. It's just as soon as possible for that. All right. What is the name of the app? There are a lot of Disney apps. Well, as soon as they go ahead and do that for you, it is called the Disney World. I don't know, it's just called Disney World app, I guess. Disney World. That's what the app says on mine. Okay. All right. So we went ahead and that's my okay. So my Disney experience. Okay, there you go. Thank you, Jasmine. My Disney experience. Now, when people go ahead and do this part, right? And this, believe me, guys, this takes me a quick quote takes me about less than 5 minutes, like really easy. That's why I call it a quick quote, right? And this quick quote would be added here with my drop form, right? That they filled out. So once I have this available to them and I know the pricing and I know how much they're going to spend, this is where I myself, and this is what I call a quick quote. Okay. And I'm going to show you right here. This is mine. Okay. So this is my quick quote that I do for them. This is how it looks. All right. So I made it pretty. I made it nice. Right. So I put my logo. I found this on Google. Right. I do put when I gave the Disney quote, just because I don't want them a month later coming back to me and being like, I want that price that you gave me. And I don't know when I gave it to them. Right. So this is just for me. All right. I do kind of personalize it to their name. I put it as quick quote because I don't really go into detail because I don't want to give so much detail to it. Here I put, yes, I do put the reservation of what hotel it is. Reason being is because if they do decide to come and book with me, I already know what I gave them. I already know what resort I did. I already know what dates they want to do. I know how many adults, the age of the child, right? Because I don't want to be on the phone with them again and be like, okay, what was the hotel and what days were it again? And how old is the child? You don't want to do that. So you're trying to save time by you doing this for them. I do put here 3-day park tickets, 1 park per day, because a lot of people don't understand it. I do put starting at, again, you always want to put starting at because if they make any changes or anything like that, prices does change. Remember that, okay? I do put deposit is $200, and I do put, this includes only hotel and tickets. All right, I don't put flights because a lot of people are like, oh, is this the flights? Is this the hotel? Is this the transportation? All that? No. Okay, so you want to make that clear. And I put here remaining balance is due by that week before, whatever it is. And then I put, please be advised if down payment has not been given, prices are subject to change. Payment plans are available. So this is even before they go ahead and tell me, yes, I want to go ahead and book. Again, this is just a quick quote. I just in and out. Again, this takes me about 5 minutes to do. Put it all together. I think it takes me longer to put this together for them. But bam, I send it out and I'm done. Okay. I do have my link tree here because again, I put my link tree and everything. But this is how I do my quick quotes. Now, once they decide and we're going through the whole process and the itinerary, then of course I can make it nice and pretty and give more info. But for now, I don't want to give that information out, right? I don't want to spend 30 minutes, an hour trying to make it pretty. And then later on, they're like, oh, no, thank you. No. Okay. This is just copy and paste, all this information, this part right here. And of course, your name. Okay. Now I also, my mock bookings. These are how my mock bookings look. Once I get a quote, let's just say this is my mock booking, right? I just do basic information, guys. I don't put the name of the hotel. This is going to be public to everybody. At this point, I don't want to give too much information. Simple, better. All right. As you can see, my 200 is eye-catching right off the bat. I'm trying to bring you in with the 200, regardless if it's that time frame that they want to do it or not. You just want to bring them in. All right. At this time, it's 2 adults, 2 children. To tell you the truth, it might be more than that because I'm adding that child. Remember, I put that child at a 2. So technically it's three tickets I'm selling here instead of 4. But again, you're trying to reel them in. We're putting starting at, and then you're putting the 1,721. Again, you want to make it clear, 3-day park tickets, hotel stay. I put my link tree on here. Payment plans available and contact me today. Simple. I don't put the ages of the children. I don't put the park name. I don't put, no. Simple information you want to have on here. All right, here's another one I did. This is for like October. You see how pretty I made it? You can add pictures into it. I know this is a hotel I did, but they don't know that, right? So like that, I can be like, oh, that, and this is what I was talking about there at the resort, you see? And then like, you're right here and you're like really small. But this is a hotel. This is the all-star movie one. So for me, I put it there so I can know, oh, that's the hotel I went ahead and quoted for this amount, right? But again, I have the $200 down payment. I put October 17th to the 20th, 2 adults, 3-day park tickets. I put here, prices may vary, payment plans available, and contact me. Very simple, guys. Very, very simple. You want to go with the theme as well. Okay, this is for December, right? Of course, it's probably not like that anymore because this was a while back. But you want to go with the theme, whatever's going on. If it's going to be Christmas, you want to make it look Christmassy. If you're going through Halloween, you want to make it look Halloweenish, right? You want to make the theme go with whatever you're trying to go ahead and sell. Again, you see how this 200 is like popping out, like, hey, $200, $200. Contact me today. Again, 2 adults, 2 children, dates starting at, payment plans available, my link tree, and 3-day tickets. Simple, guys, right? Okay, let's see if, oh, hold on. I know I have some questions on here. Let's go ahead and go. What is the name of the, okay, I already went over that one. When would you give someone a quick quote? Is this done just for someone who asks? Yes, my quick quotes, again, it takes me about 5 minutes. So either if they ask me through like Facebook, I don't send it to them. I just be like, oh, it's $3,000. That's it. If they actually do the job for them because they actually took the time to do it, because if you can see, it does take some while, I go ahead and email them my quick quote. That's when I will do it. Can we get a copy of this? A copy of what? And can we get your website, please? My website? My website for what? Love it. Looks great. Oh, and thank you, Emily. Of your flyers. I'm not sure because my flyer wise, it's very easy to go ahead and do, guys. They're just, I mean, if you use Canva, you can do it. You see how you set up your website. My link tree, you mean? I really don't advertise my website. I do have my own website, but I don't advertise my website. I advertise my link tree. Yeah. I have my own website. I don't advertise it. I advertise my Linktree again because everything is on my Linktree. As you can see, I have all that stuff on there. And I know somebody asked about transportation. I do, there is 2 services you can do, which is Mars. Mars is a transportation, which was originally the Disney Express, but you can sign up with them. But I think I signed up with this one. It's called Sunshine Flyer. And I do get commission off of it. Sunshine Flyer, I think it's called. It does take a while though. But it looks like that. So that's how I have it. And then it gives you like kind of free if you get commission off of it. It tells you there they can do round trip. So if they decide to do this, and this is just specifically for Disney. I know Mars has like more detailed into like different hotel. It gets more into detail, but this one is just basically to the hotel of Disney and back to the airport.
Can I ask a question? Did you add all that information or is it a template?
I did what?
To Linktree.
My Linktree, I added it. You add whatever you want on your Linktree. Yeah. All of this, whatever you guys want to add on to there, you're able to. Again, if this is really easy to do, if you want to know how to do this, you can look me up on YouTube and you'll be able to find my training on this.
What are you under on YouTube?
Erika for Travel. Yes, it is free, Lauren. Okay. All right, guys, any other questions? If you plan a group trip with some friends to Disney, does it work the same way? Not sure. What do you mean? Like the whole process, or just like transportation, or sure? Okay, meanwhile, I guess that she answers. Anyone else has a question? Where can we find this recording? I will go ahead and post it on my YouTube under Erika for Travel.
Oh yeah, that was one of my questions too. Where is this going to be located? Okay, I think and just okay, that's fine. I'll go back. Thank you so much.
No problem. All right, Portia, yes, the whole process using your travel agent perks. Using your travel agent perks. Portia, can you unmute yourself? I'm not sure what you're trying to say.
Sorry, I mean like, because I know we get like some kind of perks where we plan if we're like planning like different stuff, like if we were to go on a trip or we were to plan a trip with somebody. I didn't know if like that still worked as far as like if a group of my friends wanted to go on a trip to Disney World or something. Do we still get like discounts through that, or we just like it's just like?
Okay, so for your Disney perks, it's only available for yourself. You get 1 free ticket. Or you get free entry. You do get discounts on the hotel, but it would only have to be immediate family.
Okay.
Otherwise than that, if it's like if it's friends, if it's not like your husband and your kids, you would have to you can't do it with them. If they're friends, then you would have to do the process like if it's an actual booking.
Okay, I got you. Thank you.
No problem.
I just have a quick question. So the Disney perks, is that something that you get after you do their trainings?
Yes.
Okay, thanks.
Yes, and the Disney, I do have that, I believe, on my website as well on how to get onto that, but let me go ahead and do it here really quick. So you will go ahead and go under available benefits.
Okay.
Here is where you'll see everything that is available to you guys, which is the Disney World. You have Disneyland. You have the Disney World resorts. This is the actual hotel because we do get a discount on the hotels. And you have to make sure it says, you see this one says to next year reservation, you're able to go ahead and do that. And I'm going to look into that because I'm going to do it. And right here, I'll tell you if you have it checked. Like in my case, I'm up to date with mine because you have to renew it every year. So every year you renew it, and every year you get this free perks. Okay. So if you don't have this available, then of course you can click here and it's going to go ahead and go through the process with it. A lot of these go under, if they don't have request benefits, you just have to go under learn more. For example, if I go under, in this case, let's just say you did finish all of them, you're going to have the little check mark. Without it, you're not able to click anything. Okay. So if you have completed it, you can go to learn more. In this case, it's the Disney cruise. You're going to click here. And these are the prices that they have for us. So it's like 90 days, $90 per night for 4 nights to Miami. So Galveston, 7 days. And I actually am booking this one. This one is already booked for me. And I think I paid for 3 people. It came out to be 1,700.
Question, are these cruises transferable? Like, let's say, we want to give them to a family member or something?
No.
It has to be us.
It's you.
Okay. Thank you.
Your husband, your spouse, or your kids. Otherwise than that, you cannot take them with you.
And to get to the Disney College of Knowledge, we just go through.
You can do
agent
the available benefits to see. You can always double check. Just click right here where it's going to tell you that you need it, and then you'll have everything you need. And then you just click on it, and that's how you can get printed. If you're not sure, you can always click on there, but you'll see print certification. The actual certification that you need looks like this. It's not the other ones, because I know each one at the end gives you one. Those do not count. It has to look like this. It has to say College of Disney.
Are those double occupancy rates, or is it just a room rate?
It's double
For the cruise.
occupancy, yes. But for
So-
those prices, you would need to go ahead and call. There's a phone number on there for Disney for just that specific thing. And that's just for the cruises.
So what
you
if
have
you don't have a husband or spouse? Does that mean you have to pay double the price?
You have kids?
No.
No.
I have a 43-year-old kid.
You can take them.
He wouldn't go without his wife,
Oh, okay. I mean, you can go ahead and call at that point. I'm not sure. You can probably call Disney. Again, they have that phone number for any questions. Because I had to call before I actually wanted to book because I didn't know how much I was going to pay, and I wasn't just going to pay without me knowing. So I called first, asked questions, and then I told them I would call back. And I called back within like a week later to make the payment. So you're able to call and kind of be like, okay, if it's up how much would it be just for myself, or can I take a friend or something? Maybe they'll make an exception, but you would have to go
Right.
through them.
Yes,
Okay.
well, I'm thinking like if you want to go with your 2 kids, do the rooms not have availability to put 4 people in a cabin?
They should. That would be more expensive though.
Okay.
Yeah, you're able to there's 3 of us, so 3 of us are going, so they had to up us. I had the option of either staying at the lower level or up us to like an ocean view, and I was like, it's like $200 difference. I'm like, ocean view is fine.
And you do that through a phone call.
Yes, you have to do that through the phone call. They'll give you the option because they have to give you what they have available at that time.
Okay, thanks.
So how do we get the certificate? I missed that part. That's up here now.
You have to go ahead and have all of these done.
I'm sorry?
All of these have to be done.
Oh, all of that has to be done
Yes.
before we get
And
that
each
certificate.
one of these does, if you click on it, all of these does have a different certification. This is not what if you guys get one like this and you're like, oh my God, I'm a Disney specialist. No, you're not. You're not.
Okay, so I came in like at 11 o'clock, but no one was here. So I was trying for like 11:01. So I kind of missed the beginning of everything. But I rewatched the video. But where do we go for that, those certificates? Like what particular site? Because like I said, I came in early, but no one was here. So I kind of was late.
At 11. 11 Central Time, Pacific Time.
Yeah, I
like-
was here, yeah, because I was even posting in the chats, like, if you looked in a couple of groups, I was like, I'm trying to get on with Erica, can't get on at 11 o'clock, 11:01. It was saying you was on another meeting.
Yeah, it did take me like 3 minutes or 5 to get into this one. But
Yeah.
it will be recorded. I will be posting it on my YouTube channel. So like that, I go through the whole process from doing the mock booking, doing my quick quotes, doing everything, and even doing this part. And I do have strictly just the recording just to find the benefits for Disney as well.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
All right. Okay. Hold on. There's some questions. How is the discount tickets for travel agents to the theme parks? What is the price we would pay? It's actually free. It says benefits unavailable. Benefits unavailable because you have not completed all your certifications to get that done. How is the discount tickets for travel agents to the theme parks? The discounts we get is the same thing. I actually, when I went last year, I was there for 8 days and I used it 8 days and it was free for 8 days for me. I just had to pay for my kids. So besides you have to pay everybody else normal price. So I had to pay my kids price and I was the only one that got the free tickets to get in. Once you finish all the College of Disney and have your certification, is that what you're eligible for discounted price? Yes, you are. Can you share the link?
So it's free every time you go there for you if you finish the College of Knowledge?
Yes. You have 1 day all the way to 10 days that you can use. So hello.
1 day to 10 days, okay.
Yes. And it's one time a year, calendar year. So let's just say you book it for December, this December. That means you have to wait until next December to go ahead and go again. What about the rates for the hotels for agents? We do get a pretty good discount of a good penny, depending when you want to go. Again, I go during the low seasons. When I went last year, I think I paid $600 for a whole week for 8 days for 3 of us. About how long does it take to complete the Disney course? It took me like 2 weeks. So each person is different. It does get frustrating, I'm not gonna lie. That's why it took me so long. So you get free tickets for each place. You get, it's how many days you're gonna be there, that's how many things you get. Disneyland cruise, Disney. Oh, okay. Disneyland, yes, you get I think yes, Disneyland, the cruises, it's not tickets, you do get a discount depending on where you're departing. And Disney World, yes, you do get discounts on Aulani, not a lot, which is in the one in Hawaii, but it's there. I would recommend taking notes. Yes, a lot of notes. They got to the point where I was just taking pictures and that didn't even help. Other parks look like a park hopper unlimited. I don't think so, Lauren. There are some restrictions on there. Ugh, it took me out. Depending on where you want to go, like it tells you here that it's from, you see, from 1 day to 10 days. So, I mean, if you're going to go for 1 day, I really don't recommend you using it. Try to be there longer because you are getting a free, like you're getting up to 10 days. Flexible days, theme park, park hopper. Okay, there you go. Yeah, I guess with park hopper. The thing is, if you have the park hopper, you have to get the other of your guests park hopper too, because unless you're going to go by yourself park hopping, then yeah, so that will be pricey for you as well. And then there's blackout days as well.
Okay, question. Trying to see the difference with the perks for the actual park versus the resort. So I know we get to use the tickets 1 time per year for the resort, for the theme parks, but what about the resorts? Are we able to use our discount like 3 or 4 times a year if we go to Disney, or just 1 time?
It's 1 time.
1 time. Okay, thank you.
Other parks like Park Hopper Unlimited. Epcot, I'm not sure what you mean, Lauren, by Epcot. Epcot has,
I think it answered it. The park hopper means that you can go to any of them, right?
oh, okay, yes.
If you went by yourself, you could just park hop around or
Oh,
go
yeah,
to Epcot. And my question now is that if it's 1 to 10 days, does it have to be 10 days in a row, or
Yes.
like, could it be, it couldn't be spread over,
Nope.
2 weeks or something?
Nope.
Because if you take a break, you're done for a year.
Correct. So in that case, then you can go to Disneyland. There you go. Or you can do the cruise lines also. So you do have 3 things here available. So it's not, oh, if I use a Disney cruise line, I'm done for the year. Yeah, you're done with it for the year for Disney cruise lines because it's only done once 1 calendar year, but you still have Disneyland and Disney World. You can still do the remainder of the year.
Yeah. It's great, really great for somebody if you live nearby, right? You can just go home and then go back and go back.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't live close by, so I go once a year. I use my Universal and my Disney together, so I'm usually in Florida for about 2.5 weeks.
Because of all these kind of crazy, wonderful travel agent benefits that I've learned about since, I mean, I've been in maybe 3 or 4 months now. I'm really deeply considering and planning to go spend I live in Portland, Oregon. It's a kind of miserable long winter. I'm planning to move to North Miami Beach for the winter and take advantage of these kinds of things. With the cruise lines that you get all the, freebies and discounts and islands and hotels and resorts and all.
Yeah, I mean, if you have the chance to move and get closer over there, might as well, right? So yeah, I mean, that's one of the perks. I know Carnival does a lot also. They like every other freaking month they have like specials for us, so that's awesome. So there you go, you'll be living in the cruise line for the rest of your life.
That wouldn't be bad. That wouldn't suck.
I know, right? Can you pay to add the hopper option to your free Disney ticket? I think it's included. Brooke, it says 1 day flexible Walt Disney ticket with park hopper option. You have that option.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, because my family, we were big Disney fans. We're going to Disneyland next year, and I'm like, do I get the hopper or like, but I have to add it? We do like to hop in Disneyland.
Yeah, I mean, you can do the park hopper if you're gonna want to, be park hopping. But I mean, it's if you just want to enjoy the
included.
Yeah, but that's just for you. If you can, spread it for everybody else.
Yeah, which is still a huge savings. That's perfect. Thank you.
No problem.
Question, because I live in Florida. So once I use the one-time discounted ticket and I want to go again, is there a discounted rate we can use, or do we have to pay full?
It would have to be the regular one, and then of course you can do the commission off of that.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, so these are the fam trips that they talk about. So again, that they're just trying to advertise. So if for those that are wanting to go maybe once a year, I would recommend for you also to put it together with Universal. Try to time it where you either do Disney first and then Universal, or vice versa. It really works out, especially if you just travel once a year. Again, I did that last year. I got my 3 free tickets for Universal. And then I got half price for my children, and then I got a discount for the hotel staying, in Universal. So I was able to do that, and of course I stayed 5 days because when I arrive, I'm not gonna use my ticket. I did my 3 days, and then my last day I didn't use because I was getting ready to depart, and that day is when I booked Disney, right? So all I had to do was take an Uber, get ready by 11 o'clock, leave the hotel from Universal, get an Uber, and then go to Disney and get settled there. And then we were there. Actually, we enjoyed the pool at that time because I was not going to waste again my ticket for that. So I would recommend kind of putting it together if you can. Can you pay? Where can we find a list of Universal parks? That would be through Universal. If you go into VAX, they will take you where to go ahead and do the training for that part. All right, guys, any other questions? I know we went over our time here, but hopefully everybody kind of understood. Again, this is really, really easy to go ahead and use. Once you get the hang of it, again, it's probably going to take you 5-10 minutes tops, guys. That's how easy it is. Yes, there is a ton of information, and I tend to go a lot and go off a lot on it too. So Another thing too, guys, before I let you go, just let you know that the Disney characters are back in. So they were not in anymore, right? So they did during the virus, they were not available anymore, which kind of took some of the Disney experience off for some. And then they little by little they started doing it, but it was like at the 6 feet. So that's something you can let your clients know, that you know the being able to hug and get autographed is now available, and that's something new that came in because that wasn't available for the past 3 years or so. Okay, you're awesome. Thank you. You're welcome, Sammy. Thank you. Thank you, Donna.
Yes, thank you. Awesome
Thank you,
job.
thank you, thank you, thank you, Lauren. Thank,
Thank
you, Emily.
you.
Yay. Okay, so hopefully you guys learned a lot. And if you missed some or anything like that, again, I will be posting this on my YouTube. So like that, make sure you subscribe. So as soon as I upload this, you guys get an alert. And you can always go back and see everything I did. And hopefully this helps you guys out. And remember, book Disney, book a lot, and make sure that you use their perks as well. ASAP. Oh, what's the link? What's the link for my YouTube?
Yes, I tried to just look it up on YouTube, but I couldn't find it.
Hold on, let me look for myself. I know I shared.
Hi.
Here you go. Let me put it on here. I will put it in the chats. There you go.
Thank
You're welcome. And if you look, finding my Disney benefits, I know somebody came in late, so that's where you see it's right there. So I have that available as well. All right, so as soon as I'm able to upload this, guys, you will be able, if once you subscribe to them, you will be alerted, and you always can go ahead and go back to it and try to cut it down or understand it more if you guys need to. Okay. Any other questions before I let you guys go? No. All right, guys. Well, thank you for joining me. I hope, like I said, you enjoy Disney as much as I do. Start booking those, start making those mock booking. Linktree or a Linktree. Make sure you look into my YouTube and look for the Linktree, so like that you can get that going as well. It is free. All right, guys. So see you guys around, and I will also let your platinums know so they can post in the groups as well, just in case you missed it. All right, guys. Thank you. You guys have the good rest of the day. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye.